Try and get this switched over to where I'm supposed to be. See if we have any audio here. If anyone's out there, could you let me know if the audio is working? Guys, I'll be right there. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, sounds like we have audio. All right. What's up, guys? How are you doing? Thank you all for joining and jumping into chat already. You know, there was quite a lively chat before I even got in there. And I tried to check out the races in Australia, but I wasn't able to find them on Facebook. I found that I found the Facebook page for the race, but I did not find. Couldn't find the race streaming, but I'll probably go and check it later. So the RC Nationals is on. It looks like, from what I've seen, it looks like it'll be cool, but I couldn't find it on Facebook. But anyway, hello there, Khabib. Hello there, Tim, also known as these old flapping lips. Dan is Khabib. What do we got? So you missed a Promoto. One guy he had one offered for trade. Didn't see it till it was traded. Okay, that's close. So someone else, that's good. At least someone else around has one. So I was wondering, does anyone, are you the only guy in your area that you know of so far, now that this other guy? Then you got about an inch of snow. Haha. Man. All right. Make sure we're getting all the chats here. Oh, I am so thirsty. RCRA 8th off-road, yeah. Yeah, I just Googled. And I was able to find the Facebook thing, but maybe because I don't think I'm logged into my Facebook account on this computer over here. So, all right. The big main order for the pro circuit. All right. Yeah, from what I remember, I don't think you really have said what you're building yet. I think you've hinted around. I think you were looking for a red front fender. But if you said what you're building on that bike so far, I don't remember. I don't think you have, though. So you're saying whenever you went to the track, oh, they sent you a link being a member. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about that front fender situation. I wish I had another set of plastic because I do have a red front fender, but it's going to be used here shortly. So if I had another set of plastic and I had a red one, I'd be sending it to you. I watched that place that you go race. I watched the Sand Pits track, and it was some pretty good racing. And where else did I watch? Trying to think. I watched these things racing. Probably a YouTube video. I don't remember if it was Sand Pit or if it was... I don't remember, guys. I was so impressed. They were... I don't think it was Sand Pit because I feel like it had the track had a whoop section in the back, and then there was maybe a rhythm section with a couple doubles. couple tabletops. They really were doing quite well, a lot better than I thought. So it's made me really actually want to go back out and start driving in the dirt again, doing some practice with jumping. So that's what I'm hoping to do. Paint this black one. I just got, oh, so you got black, and you need the red. Dang, dude. Wish I had one. Hey, Stan, how are you doing, man? Good to see you or hear from you, Stanley. You staying good out there? You on the road today? Let's hear where you're from, Stan. My guess is North Carolina today. Sandpit has been inside, but they did outside track run a few weeks back. The video I was watching might have been an older video as well. I think, what's the guy who runs over there a lot? Or is it his track? Is it a guy named Chris? For some reason, the name Chris seems familiar. Like I might have seen him both in a Facebook group and putting videos out. Alabama, huh? Okay. Very cool. Hanging out in Alabama. Stan, man, I'll be doing a little road trip here coming up and not too long, but I don't think I'm going to make it as far as where you're at. Sean, Sean, aka the old man. All right. Yeah. I got to start jotting down these things when I see them. So I remember stuff I saw and then I want to talk about it on the show. And I forgot. So I got to remember where these YouTube. It might have been a guy with a backyard track. I don't remember for sure, but it was nice as far as he was hitting jumps, downside and the backside of jumps, going to the corners nicely. And yeah, it was a whole bunch of laps without making mistakes or with very few mistakes. So it was impressive. Man, I have been looking all over for the damn, I want to put this thing back to, I want all the parts back on it. And I cannot find these roller wheels or side wheels or whatever you call them. Screaming, dreaming guy. No, that doesn't sound familiar. But I've been looking all over. And I can't find it. I know I have. Like, why would I, where would it be? I don't think I ever broke one on that. So I never had to swap them over there. But I did swap one over for my buddy, Art, which left me with a spare. But I still can't find the ones for this. So that's kind of annoying. I do want to get this drive ready. Oh, that's the guy. That's who we're talking about. Chris Hartel. He is an own track. I don't know if I realized he was an Aussie. He does have the Jet Lawrence bike. Yes. That's who I'm talking about. So I really liked what I saw out of that dude. He looks like, well, I'm not a huge Jet Lawrence fan, so I wouldn't have done it up in jet colors or whatever, but the driving skills are, and he has a cool track in his own backyard. I wish I had something like that. Actually, my brother has a lot of space where he lives. And Mike, if you're watching this, go check out Chris Hartel, his track. I'll send you a link to it. We need to build something like that. When I come, I think I'm only gonna go visit my brother. I think I'm only gonna bring the Promotos. None of the other ones this time. Guys, if you could hit that thumbs up, I hate to ask you to, but it does help the show to grow, or at least that's what they say about the YouTube algorithms. What I will do, because I'll be honest, I wish These tires get a lot of traction, almost too much, where I find it hard to corner as well as I could using the stock tire, which is pretty much balded now. These do grab really good, but it's just not quite as fun. So I think in certain situations, if I was doing stuff, but just to go out and like rip around in the street, I think I'm going to go back to this stock tire. It's going to give me more height. And it was pretty bald, and I kind of rounded it off, I think, with a Dremel or something. This was months and months ago, but I haven't used it. So we're going to go back to that, which is going to allow me to put the front tire on as well, the dirt tire. So we kind of have this, we don't have a small front tire and a big rear tire. And that'll allow me to switch quickly between this for the rear for the street and a Dunlop for the dirt as well, because I haven't really been driving this much in the dirt because, well, having to switch up the tires every time is a pain in the ass. So he's talking, he's got the perfect graphics kit for this. Send me the photos. All right, Kabi, let's see him. So he says he does a fair bit. He edits so it appears as one run. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because that's, I guess I didn't notice that, because I thought he was pretty much getting smooth laps. Maybe it's just edited. That's okay. Some of it still look cool. And at least, the very least, it's inspired me to get back out there and do it. So I definitely am going to do that. And guys, man, one of my best buddies from the old days, Scott, is whenever I used to be a motorcycle mechanic, he was one of the first guys I worked with and taught me so much. He's actually rebuilding my other CR dirt bike as we speak, or he was last night anyway. And I'm excited about that. I'll be seeing that for the first time in a few weeks. He took the top end off, and though it looked good, it was still an older top end. So I'm very thankful that he's doing that. I plan to match these, you know, damn flapping lips. We got to figure it out, because I have a red fender. Maybe I can just trade it out with you or something, because I'm going to buy plastic, black plastic, because my CR is all black. I have black plastic for that. So to match that, and I do want to try to match up graphics kits one of these days. Vidavons are 42 for both tire and foam. The standard, not the Promoto rim. Yeah. He says it could be a different user too. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I don't know. Different user. Someone on the track or on the video? I'm not sure. Sorry, I just messed that part of the convo. But anyway, guys, I originally, when I posted this, I said Pirate's going to be in. And that was my bad. I thought he was. No, I didn't think he was. He was here last week. And I just reused the settings from last week's show. So that kind of... yeah, then I noticed right beforehand. Enrique's actually supposed to be here. We'll see if he shows up. And Enrique usually gets here, but often a little bit late. Oh, man. You'll get the need for that red fender once you... Okay. Different being... Oh, the different user being a track running. No, the track running that I seen, unless it was somebody else on his video, it was definitely the Australian with the Jet Lawrence bike. It'd be a different user, yeah. He had some during the video. He had somebody else on the track. It wasn't just him. There was somebody else No, I think now I'm getting... Problem is, I watched them both late at night. That and the Sand Pit and maybe one other. But the Jet Lawrence guy, that car, or that RC, he seemed to be doing pretty good with it. And hopefully it will get me out there and see if I can film something decent. Wolf Tracks had a sick clip. I did not see Wolf Tracks a sick clip today. What is he doing? Yeah, guys, we're going to go back up stock tall height. This is still the original front tire. I've been through a couple rear tires and a set of the Supermotos as well. But the original front tire does last pretty well. Let's see if I can find the spacer for that. I have, I do have the low-C aluminum hubs. You can see the red hub. They look pretty nice. I don't know if there's really any performance reason for them over the plastic. They do kind of look trick, but they're kind of hidden. For as trick as they look, they are pretty much hidden. You know, while I have this apart, we're going to put the new plastic back on since it's going in the dirt tomorrow. So guys, we're going to be filming a real decent video, hopefully. And see if we can be hitting jumps like actually supposed to be downsiding doubles and things like that. So I guess I'll go ahead and make it look good. So we're going to make a decent video. Run IRC cars and stadium truck. Yes. Yes. That's one I seen. I seen that one too. That's a different one. Damn, there's a couple of them now. I'm going to have to go back and look at my history. So the one doing the RC truck or the stadium truck, that was more like, it kind of seemed almost like an oval. It wasn't, but it seemed kind of like an oval. It was built into an oval. And that guy, that was pretty continuous. Was that guy, yes, it was like a U shape. Which one was that? That was a lot of continuous laps. And it seemed like he tried to pick up the speed as the truck was catching up on him. Was that the guy in France or the guy in Australia? Or a different guy? The small track in the U shape. Because I liked that. I was like, man, he's actually running with these guys. I want to get a chance to run my car or my truck that much. My truck. A motorcycle. That's Chris Hartel's track. So then I think the Sand Pit track was the track that maybe it was Sand Pit or Sandbox, whatever that place is called. Because I think it had a whoop section in the back from where I was seeing it. That looked pretty cool. But I could be wrong. I'll have to go back and get a list of those. Maybe I'll make like a little playlist of good Promoto vids. What do you guys think? As for speaking of doing the editing, I feel like with editing on these videos, there's two things. If you don't do editing and there's a lot of downtime and crashes, or at least, you know, especially downtime in between walking to pick it up, people will leave and not watch. But then some people just like to see like just an unedited video. Also, editing takes me forever. So I would rather just put a raw video up without editing it. But I feel like it's almost a waste. If I'm going to do that, I might as well just do it live. Because editing, I feel like, I don't know, I don't have very good luck with it. I don't do a good job of it. And I don't like doing it. Slow-mo. I did like that part of it. I liked that. That's another thing I want to do when I go out there with this is do some of the video in slow motion so you can see how the suspension works. It makes it look realistic. Yeah, I liked that. The live streaming is gutsy. Yeah, sometimes. Especially when you never know if the internet's going to work or not. I have still not rebuilt these forks. There's a fair bit of play. I think I might make that next week's job. You can see right here, there's a fair bit of play. And while I was looking for the other little crash wheels or crash bars for my yellow bike, I realized I have a fork rebuild kit. I assume this bushing is wearing out. We'll take a look at it. But I'm not taking it apart today. Maybe next week. I just want to get this together and actually do a bit of driving with it this weekend. Maybe get some good videos. Oh, Khabib 29-0. Hates being in front of the camera. Yeah. I can relate. Sometimes it's, I don't know. I think if you don't think about it too much, it's not a big deal. So I have a question for you guys out there. Okay. These old flapping lips found a slight bend in one of the fork tubes. They're 775, the GPMs. Okay. Well, let's see how those fork tubes do, because my friend Art, 2 times he bent fork tubes. And if they're worth it, we can just rebuild those forks with this new, whatever you're getting from the 775 GPMs. Those GPMs, I don't know, their stuff's hit or miss. We shall see. So he sent the sticker kit. Yeah, well, what do you say in the sticker kit is? I think we were talking last week. Was it a Suzuki graphics or something like that you were talking about? I don't recall. I'd love to see a picture of it or anything. And we're following each other on Instagram, so you can always send something through there as well. So you got new bushings, guy in New York selling them in bulk. Okay, good. That's good. Yeah, I would like to see if there's a decent bushing, a Teflon bushing, you want it to be slick. Maybe don't wear out so quick. That's why, you know, I mean, it's loose, but at least it's not binding when it's loose. But I definitely would like it to be a better setup than that. So let me, anybody, I'll check my Instagram here in a, well, it's on my phone, so I can't, but I'll check it later. When you tighten down this axle here, you notice how this fork tube can be moved in and out. And I think a lot of people with convention would think it should go to the end. I don't put it anywhere in particular. I just push my forks and then I give it a little snugging, which will generally mean there's like a gap in the end of it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Do you guys know what I'm saying? And if so, do you concern yourself with that gap, or do you just let the thing center up and then snug it up wherever it does? Man, have you guys seen Reaction RC's paint job he did on his handlebars and his, like he painted the handlebars, which I think he might have seen my paint job and got the idea, but he's taken it a step further. He painted the master cylinder, the levers, so it really looks sharp. I think I saw that on one of the YouTube posts. You guys should check that out. It looks really good. This guy. You're going into new gear and everything because we're gonna be doing a good video tomorrow. You gotta look sharp. Yeah, let it fully float and tighten pretty much. But the stock hub should fit just between the axle tube, as it has a shoulder for the bearing. The stock hubs should fit just between the axle tubes. I think, and then you think you did see some of them painted, yeah. Look at that. Oh no. Somebody should have stopped me. I didn't notice. I did not have my front fender swapped out when I put the front wheel on, which means it's coming back out. This is funny. I had a couple weeks ago, I think, I already had the bike set up the way we're doing it now. And I had Enrique switch it over for me. And here I am switching it back already. It served its purpose, but yeah, it just looks like crap. So we're going to go to new plastic, new graphics, and when these look like shit, we'll put a new one on there. Wheel, and I meant fork tubes, yeah. Yes, 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 I understand. I understand. Thank you for the explanation. I wanted to make sure that you guys all had vehicles that were, you know, kind of had the same. Because I don't remember how it was when it was new. This one here, it seems like it's free floated itself directly into the correct spot, but I don't know why. So that one's never been driven. And you can really see quite a bit of play here. I'm going to research that. This one has even more play. Going to do some research. And I'm about to get serious about doing these off-road. After seeing Hartels and some of them other guys, off-road videos, it's really got me pumped. Plus, I got this bike and my CR that I'm excited about riding. The weather's just, it's great motorcycle weather. It's springtime, except it's not springtime in Australia. Hey, Dan, what is it fall or autumn time in Australia? Is that what they would call the weather's there, or the season? But yeah, if there's anybody watching, we'd love to hear where you're from. And please join the chat. Don't be shy. We do this usually every Friday. Sometimes I'll do a Tuesday show, though this week I was unable to. But we'd love to hear from your friend. Oh, so end of summer. Yep. Yep. We are just getting into the beginning of springtime here. So my favorite time of the year is spring and summer here. I've really never broken stuff. I was thinking that the other day. I was like, you know, I might as well just start pushing this until it breaks. Because I have this other, I have a bunch of spares in this other one. But I was working too much. I used to race these every Thursday with a group of guys. It was awesome. But I was working every Thursday. Now, I don't think I'll be working on Thursdays, so I should be back to racing. Why do you guys, I have a question for you. What do you guys think if I'm sure that Tim, these old flapping lips, has seen this kind of thing. I think I seen one today where somebody said, it's in a Facebook, I think the Facebook YouTube group, and it was these things were overrated and he's selling, he's out. And people, some people absolutely love them, and some people just cannot stand them. So what is the deal with that? Why do you think some people just they don't like them? And Damon Huffman, if you look for Damon Huffman on Instagram, he used to race Promoto Cross. He has a video of him saying, hey, here's mini me, and he has a Suzuki that looks just like him on a Suzuki doing jump. These are bikes, RC bikes are another level. Overturn them, which creates a wider turn. You can overturn, creates a wider turn. Yeah, I want to start experimenting with different styles of brake or different strengths of brake in the rear, and see if I can get it to where I can lock up the rear consistently and slide it, or if that's not going to be a thing. I also that's funny, I didn't even know that those were in there. Some little washers on that. They take a bit of work and they don't want to put in. Yeah, so that's kind of what I think. When people ask me how these are to drive, how easy are they? I say they're easy to drive. They're not easy to drive well. And they maybe are confused. And I'm like, look, if you take this out to a park, a big parking lot, a field, and you have plenty of room, anybody can just do circles. And that's not going to be a problem. And you're going to have a lot of fun just ripping it around, doing circles and figure eights. But if you go on to a track where it's going to be a lot tighter corners, or you're trying to hit maybe a section, an 8-foot section or a 4-foot section that's a jump, It's going to be much tougher to hit the same line consistently with these. So they're easy to drive. The Losi, the job they did building it, and the electronic driver's assistance, I guess, with the gyro and that kind of stuff makes it easy to drive, but not easy to drive well. So I think you can take somebody from buggy, truggy, basher, and they get this and think they're going to do the same thing, and it's just not really feasible. It's not what it's for. Yeah, I think it's probably people that get them without really understanding what they're going to be for. I think that's part of the reason why I've not broken much on mine, is because I never got this with the intent of just doing full send huge airs. Little bit to navigate consistently. Yep, absolutely. And this is looking better already. We're going to be back to a real decent looking bike, and I don't know where I can even make some jumps. Very frustrating. I have no land to build jumps on. About the only place I could go and do anything with would be the beach. And this thing is not cut out for the beach. So I have nowhere that I can go and even make a couple little jumps. There is this RC track here in town, but it's probably pretty rough right now. I haven't been there in months. It's a public track outdoors. I'm not sure, Khabib, I'm following the realistic individual guards. Is that like these little... This, I'm not sure. But yeah, these things are cool. A lot of fun. I hope somebody takes the lead and these do start growing in popularity again. I've seen the sales slow down. Obviously, at first, no stores could keep them in stock. Now that they're available, yeah, all the plastics. No, you're right. That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. Yeah, now that they're in stock, there's plenty of them available. And so some of the furor has died down from it. Furor, whatever that word is. This looks so much better. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, guys. I will probably just keep this for potentially if I'm going to go do some on-road racing. But that's just if I'm going to actually do some racing or something. If I'm just going to drive around, I'll leave the regular plastics on, because I don't thrash it as bad as I did when I was originally. Shots! I don't know, dude. So Tim says he's waiting on one more thing for the build. A set of chassis bushings used to hold the bearings. TCM is also making them, but had to get them coming from China. All right. Well, I can't wait to see the build. I hope you do some live stream of it. Have you been doing any live streams recently, Tim? I have not seen. Doesn't mean you haven't been doing them. I've not been on YouTube as much, been able to watch much. But hopefully we'll see some live streaming, or at least some video footage of that build whenever you get it. You're going all out. Not all out, but 75%. 75% is pretty far, dude, but I think you can take it further out there. Let's say 85%. Can you make it an 85% all-out situation? These roller wheels have gotten so worn down compared to how they're round originally, and they got a really flat surface on them now. I'm trying to think, did I break one of these at one point? Do you guys remember me ever breaking one? Because that would make me understand why I'm missing one. But I don't remember breaking one. But I remember Art breaking one. But do you guys, maybe if you guys remember me doing one on a show some months ago. Usually I don't remember because somebody's always yelling for shots. I'm not doing a shot yet. If Enrique shows up, I'll do a shot. Or if anyone else shows up. One thing I'm really happy with is my excess of batteries that I have for this thing. I have many, many batteries. And so when I start taking it a little bit more seriously, as far as trying to navigate the tracks, set up the suspension, etc., I think we're going to notice some differences with the batteries between the regular size stick packs, the shorty packs, the higher end race batteries. I think that it probably will make a difference on this. Also consideration, I do have a 4S ESC that'll fit in here. They came out of my Kraton 4S, same size. What do you guys think about putting it in there? And maybe not running on a 4S, but 3S, and you know, limiting the power to the gyro. But that could something we could certainly do. Yeah, flapping his bikes must look. Have you ever seen, Khabib, have you seen what his Mako looks like? Or looks like? Yeah, his stuff looks good. Got the Trail rims, adjustable swing arm. I seen that. So, I remember, you got that swing arm. I don't think you ever opened a package. They came out with the adjustable one. And then you sent it in or to traded it out, which is awesome. Fork lugs, spur cover, all in gold. Okay. So gold right here. I did that on my buddy Art's. It looked really good. I'm sure that's what you mean by spur cover. Fork lugs, spur cover, and gold. Brake servo mount and triple tree in black. So the brake servo mount, triple trees are going to be black. A 179 servo for brake. Hell yeah. And a Vidavon brake servo for the reef. And Vidavon brake servo. Arm, servo horn, maybe. Yeah, where is Enrique? I don't know. I talked to him about 6 o'clock. He's like, yeah, I thought he was going to be here, but he's got a kid. He's a pretty busy guy. He can't always make it. Servo horn, yes, that's what I thought. You can go too far with power, durability. Yeah, I would assume so. I would think that if I put it on 3 and drove conservatively. Nah, the Pirate's not in town tonight. I was saying I had him on the show's title, but I was actually wrong. I just reused last week's setting and didn't realize it said the Pirate. So that was my bad. Pirate's not in town tonight. So I want to get the hot racing muffler, the one that looks heated. Fit on wheels. Extreme RC Racing carbon fiber chassis plates that have bearing holders. Okay, I've not seen that. So I've not even seen this stuff, dude. I put some carbon fiber chassis plate on that one, just the stock low C one. Yeah, that'll have bearing holders go into it. Already have trails, calipers, and a hot racing muffler. I don't know what that one is, dude. I haven't seen all this stuff. You need to, I can't wait to see it. We'll see it whenever you get it going. That's awesome. All right, dudes. Still a lot of traction on this, or a lot of tread on this. And it just lasts a long time. It gets almost too good a traction. It's hard to slide it into a corner or to accelerate and like break it loose at all, which I can do quite a bit more with this one. And it's going to be more fun. It'll also allow me to do the quick swap to the off-road version, which actually I'm going to do off-road right now. Since I plan to run this tomorrow, but if I do want to run it on road, I'm just going to quick swap. And I really am happy. I've been really happy with this Scorched Parts adjustable swing arm because I pull this out. I don't have to readjust my axle every time. My chain tightenings. Just, you know, really simple, easy to use, works well. The HR muffler on AliExpress. Post some stuff flapping. Yeah, post some stuff, dude. Have you not? Well, I don't know if he's been posting or not. Said I haven't been on too much. All right, he's posted. Good job. Yes, I am on Facebook, and Flappin has his own damn Promoto 4 group on Facebook. He has a Moto 4 owners group. So hopefully you can join on that. So yeah, you're on Facebook and not been much on live vids lately. Got it. We're gonna make you look like a moto guy and not a hooligan. Sweatshirt's coming off, putting moto gear on you. Man, that's good. Oh, that's good. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Really appreciate it. If it's your first time here, we would love to hear from you in chat. Let us know where you're from. Are you into RC already? Are you just thinking about getting RCs? What's your next RC going to be? Today, I try to have guests on. But so far, no guests today. We might be able to have Enrique in later if he's able to drop by, but that's cool. I do have my buddy Spike, my dog. He's chilling with us. Oh, one thing that I thought was great. I forgot about this. When we did that live stream a few weeks ago, and we took this out, these hoodies are the perfect place to put your little GPS speedometer. And you just twist it up and wrap a rubber band around it. Thrashed. And the last big thing for the build is the new rider. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's cool. There are about 10 or more MX. Yeah, I think I'm probably a part of 3 or 4 of them, but I've been not been very active on that stuff. I've not been checking it out much recently. Trying to decide between the red or the black gear, orange gear. I think we'll go with this stuff. Same stuff as before, just new. But yeah, guys, we'd love to hear from you. If you want, check out these old flapping lips as well. He hasn't had any videos in a while, but he did some cool stuff building a bike that looked like an old school Mako. I was flying drones yesterday. What do people think of drones? And the graphics kit, dude. Can't believe everyone's got these cool custom graphics and I'm rocking the stockers. I gotta get after it. So we've been going about an hour so far. We'll do a time and temperature check. All right, so currently in the JBRC garage, I don't trust that one. It is 8:51 and a comfortable 69 degrees, maybe 70 degrees. I'm not too impressed with the tiny little zipper on these things. I mean, I would probably be happier with Velcro or a bigger zipper. I don't care if it doesn't look to scale. This little zipper is, to me, it's not that strong and it's hard to do. I just can't. I have trouble seeing it. It's so damn small. Yeah, I know. I wish. And it's going to take me forever to put the fucking doll's clothes on because I can't make his zipper work. So, what do we got going here? Come on. I may just have to leave this for tomorrow and have my girl do it. Or maybe Enrique can come over. If he shows up, I'll try to get him to do that. Oh, might have got it. Beautiful. I wish I had done a better job painting these like Reaction did. His look really sharp. These are filthy and dirty. I don't have the paints to get them right now, so we can't do that anyway. And man, this gear is ruined. So, you say you're putting a new guy on there. These old flapping lips. The new rider. Do you have any... Do you want to say, like, would you say the rider is he based off of this, just in a different setup? Or is it a whole different rider altogether? Oh, here they are. Yes. No. Wholly different. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. It's black and red. It will be cool to see. What about... Yeah, my RC10. I actually forgot about that. I got an RC10 crystal clear edition last week. I have not done anything with that yet. Have not opened it. I really should have popped better holes, or different holes in it. I wonder if it's too late. Hey, Trinidad, how are you doing? Thank you for checking in. Not only dressing dolls, I'm putting more holes in their feet. No. Nope. I've just used this body reamer to put a hole here. Get it a little bit less likely to scratch on the ground. Stuck. This one is a mess. I had to repair that with some black tape, so it's pretty much nothing there anyway. Let's see if I can make it happen though. It doesn't want to. Certainly doesn't want to. Oh. It's this guy. So this side was no problem. I was able to put this in the taller hole. So he's riding more on the ball of his foot there. This one I was not able to get it because of the prior damage. I'm sure if I keep working with it, we can make that happen. What I'm going to do is I don't even remember what it looked like underneath here. Let me cut all that off. I should really spring for another guy. This dude is shot. Definitely. Well, that's really deformed. Really deformed. We'll see. Might be able to get that somewhat straightened out. I think what had happened, I actually don't remember what had happened. But if you guys can see this, he ground a hole through his toe right there. So I'm going to try to straighten it out, put another hole here so we can mount him up higher on the foot. Then I might put a little black tape on it to cover up that hole if it looks like it needs it. I'm not too stressed about it, just as long as it stays in place. This poor dude, there's not a whole lot left to his foot at this point. Well, that definitely raises it up. So now it's more like he's riding on the heels. Looks pretty crummy though. Doesn't look crummy because of that. It looks crummy because I had ground the boot off him before and I had him taped up. I think I'm going to wrap a little bit of tape around that. All right. To grind, my man. Yeah, we all want the lotto. Speaking of lotto, I got some scratchers. I think I got some scratchers. I might have lost some scratchers because I had some scratchers. We have a huge lottery right now. It's like $1 billion. And I bought tickets for that yesterday or the other day. Did not win. Hope to. Guys, I tell you, we win the lottery, the RC garage will never be the same. It's going to be a whole different setup. Here the ball of his foot and put the foot peg post there. Move his foot. Yeah, that's what I did, these old flapping lips. That's what I did. I was just using this to do it. But it was hard to do because I've already ground away about half of his foot. Adrenaline. I don't know what's going on, bud. I thought we were going to see you here. Adrenaline X line. Adrenal X, whatever that, however that's said. Where are you at, bud? I thought you were coming by. Adrenaline is Enrique. Enrique, get in there, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Go hit that thumbs up. Yeah, I should have drilled those holes in there from the beginning. It's definitely going to be better. Oh, wow. Guys, I didn't realize how badly this was bent. This rod here, this brace rod, the metal one, is really straight there. And here, it's taken a hell of a whack. I never realized that. I guess I'm just going to have to order some new ones because I need them for that one. And these, I'm amazed at how worn those are getting. I love this. This is the funnest damn thing, though. I swear, I love this thing. People don't like them. Oh, she wasn't having it today, huh? Okay. So, Adrenaline, also known as Enrique, was going to come over. But his girl ain't having it, so that's okay. Thank you for joining us in chat. Yeah, dude, I love these things. I kind of feel like to me, it's definitely the RC of the year, if not the decade. There's never really... Man, this is good. It's a lot of fun. Works well. Has been pretty damn reliable as far as I'm concerned. It's really been quite reliable. So I'm very, very happy with these things. And I think I've said it before, I was never a huge Losi fan to begin with. I preferred Losi a lot back in the older days. But I don't think recently their stuff has been as good. But now, I mean, this is awesome. I love this thing. I plan to be doing what it was intended for, going back out and doing a lot of dirt riding. Trying to set up some jumps, get some good videos. And then we'll see. See how far we can start pushing this. I'm lucky I have a lot of people around me that have them. I know these 7 or 8, 9 guys that have them. So, and they were actually getting together and racing them. So that was great. If we can get that going in more places, see how the growth goes. Well, that shouldn't have been that hard. I generally don't have a problem getting that pin lined up. There we did. Okay, guys. And even just by doing that little bit, popping a hole and getting these things to set up higher, I'm happy with that. I can actually tell the way that looks. It looks better. All right. Let me I just am going to leave this bent, but I think I have a spare one of those rods. We'll find out. Let's go ahead and pull this off, put him to the side. Guys, I feel like the day's got to come where I'm going to have to break this thing out and drive it. See how close. Adrenaline, Enrique. Man, all kinds of stuff. Did all kinds of stuff, buddy. You should have been here to see it. Your girl wasn't having it. Oh, man. Enrique's always getting in trouble. Oh, lots of adapters. Now I remember what that's for. That's inside sliders. Okay. Anything new in the RC world you guys are interested in? What good is happening out there? Is this the only one I can find right now? Some people say that being PW'd. I guess I don't know what that is. PW'd. Not sure if I'm following you there, flapping lips. I don't know. Oh, Beats, I see what you're saying about Enrique. I hear you. I wish I could figure out where the hell this other thing went. Which side would this be for? These have different... This is the stock adapter, I think. It's like the smallest one. Pretty sure that's the stock one. I guess I'll just put this back together as I find the parts for it. Because who knows when I'm going to find them. So, if you guys were on the show last week, you'll remember Enrique was on the show. Hi, Josh. Hi, Josh. I'm an old crotchety fuck. Oh, that's funny, dude. You guys remember Enrique was on the show showing off that big-ass truck he's got. His new Kraton 8S. We were all excited. Got it for a good deal, etc. I just didn't like the way that the solder joints looked on it. I was like, dude, this thing, you go back and watch the tape. I told him. I said, these solders are some of the worst that I have ever even seen. Like, literally seen. These are bad. I wouldn't drive it like that. So what's Enrique do? I wish he was here to tell the story, but I'll tell it for him. He's at work, driving it, trying to show off to all the guys at work. The soldering, something happened with the electronics. It goes up in flames, smoke come out of it, flame comes out of it, and then it gets wedged under a customer's car at the car wash. I believe the car that it got wedged under also caught flames, and then they had the whole customer's car was lost. So that's a whole... I wish he was on the story. Showed. That's probably why his wife won't let him out right now, because he's still in trouble for nearly burning down the car wash. I'm liking the new 16th Red Cat Vigilante. Or the new 6 scale Vigilante. I don't like anything by Red Cat. I don't even want to get involved with another company. It's too many damn companies. Actually, we're lucky we have a bunch of companies, but whatever. And unless Red Cat wants to send me something, I love Red Cat. Absolutely. Best brand out there. No. You like that Duratrack DX 450 when it jumps so poorly. Pretty rear heavy. I never had it do good. It wasn't the DX, it was the Venom street bike. It was a street bike by Venom. I think they had a moto and a street. I couldn't do shit with it, dude. Now, when I got it, it was used. So maybe there was already some screwy shit. But I never really had it working well. So this bike, I really do love this bike, but I wish I could figure out where the other damn arm is. Oh, so we still need need to put a brake on this. Brake Cabello. I found the brake. We were going to do it last week, but I couldn't find the little bucket piece for the brake. I found it in there. So I think I'll get on that. Venom, yeah. So pick up that truck. Well, the whole thing burnt down. I think the truck went wedged underneath another car when the electrics went on fire. It ran away and went under another car, a real car. And the electronics just kept going up on flame, and then the LiPo, I think the LiPo caught the real car on fire. I don't think there's anything to there's any truck left to upgrade. So you say they were harder to use, still just as fun. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed Mr. Lasky. Hello, Mr. Lasky. How are you? Thank you for coming in, Mr. Lasky. I'm not sure if I know you or not, but if you go by another name, let me know so I might recognize who you are. But I do appreciate you tuning in. And yeah, man, great to have you in chat. Anything you want to say, just join on up. Yeah, the rear wheel gyro. I guess pretty much all the motorcycles in the past have had rear wheel gyro. Center, this placement right here is so much better. So, man, this bike is trick. Just looking at it, I really like this thing. I'm going to continue not driving this for the time being. Let me go ahead and see if I can slide this piece out. Maybe we can get the servo cable installed here. That's a good. So he's absolutely right. Tim says to find a good antenna tube with the inner diameter large enough that you could run this brake cable through it. It'll hold it stiffer and the front brake cable will work better. I absolutely agree with them. I wish I had one. I don't have any right now. But yeah, they can get kinks also. Once these cables get kinked, they don't move as smoothly. It's not quite as easy to move, so try to refrain from kinking that. So you're saying it just needs a sticker kit. Dude, how am I... This sticker kit, do you already have the sticker kit, sir? And is it all the way out there in Australia, or is it like a sticker kit that I just need to order here in America? Tell me what I'm missing out on this. Because it's a cool looking bike. I like Suzuki, but it's a bit plain right now. It'd be the best low-C out there. Need an old school antenna tube. He showed it to you on Facebook. I'll send you my address. I'm not going to say it right now, but I'll send it on. I'll send you my address over on Instagram for sure. That'll be cool. That will be the first submission by any of you guys out there, like a viewer or the crew submission. You guys are all. That would be awesome, man. Let's check it out. So what am I doing here? I don't remember. I don't think I have to route it, but oh yes, I remember now. Let me see if I can find glasses, guys. Not those glasses, not sunglasses. This is why I need Enrique here. Damn it, Enrique. You got younger eyes than me. I cannot see. Comes from a man down under. Women groan and men plunder. Yeah, I know. I know what you mean. Dang. I need to just have a set of reading glasses down here. I'm not sure I'll be able to do this without it. Oh, I forgot. Was I even using this brake? Yes, I am using this brake. Let's see if I can make this easier. I just realized I need to actually put a battery in this, and you're 6'6", not 6'4" like the song. Damn, dude. They make them tall out there in Australia. 6'6". I don't know if you'd even fit in the RC garage. I think I'm just going to have to end up doing just no problem. I am just man, I'm going to need glasses for this though. It's not going to be, I'm not going to be able to set the trim or anything like that because I'm not going to plug this in. So if I end up selling this in the future, guys, and anyone buys it from me, remember, you might have to adjust the brake if I forget to do it before I ship it out. The brake should be there, but I am, if I never run it, I might not ever get a chance to set the travel on the brake. I wish I could remember how this was done. Not sure. I had to do this in a particular order. Oh yeah, perfect. It's actually going together. Khabib 29-0, aka Dano, is going to be taking his bikes to the BMX track soon to get some footage. Man, there's got to be a BMX track around me. I don't know. You're here in Southern California. You would think we'd have a BMX track. They probably have several, and then if I went out on them, they'd get mad at me, though. Who knows? I gotta find a place to make some jumps. Maybe just try that El Nido track, our local track, our park track, and see. I really shouldn't be using something this big, but it's the only needle nose I've got right now. There we go, there we go. All right, guys, I got a brake hooked up again. Like I said, I don't know how well it would work if I actually turned it on. There is some, you can adjust the slack here. You can set a trim there as well. And remember, this is the original Vitavon, which the first brake calipers were not made correctly. And for me to get it to fit, I had to put one stock caliper or one stock brake pad in it and not the other one. So we'll leave it in there because it looks all right. If I was actually going to run it though, and I will eventually, it'll get ran, but I'm not sure how great that would work. And guys, next time we have this on, we may just be installing a new graphics kit. And that would be cool. If I can, what I'd like to do, if you're really going to send it, Dan, I kind of don't want to look at it first. I want to be surprised. So I think Tim said that he had seen it on your Facebook, or you showed it to him on Facebook or something. If I can, I'm going to try not to see it. And then I'll do it like whenever it gets here, I'll just open it up live. We'll take a look at it and we'll do an install. Still need to swap out that rear shock. Okay, send it via messenger. Okay, well, that's what we're going to do. Yeah, guys. If you'll send that out, we will, when I get it here, we'll just hang on to it until the next Friday show comes along. We'll pop it open and take a look at it all together. We'll all see it for the first time together live. And then we will do an install. I don't see why we couldn't do an installation live on air. That would be a lot of fun. And we'll see the transformation of the bike. So that would be really cool. Okay, so now we're hearing about adrenaline. So what happened? He tested the kraton and the pinion gear slipped, so the motor was free spinning. So that motor spinning, so that isn't meant for, it's only meant for drag. So it's a one time. Nothing you're saying makes sense, man. Did you burn down the car wash? Did you burn down the car wash? All expresses. Well, you don't need to express. You don't need to do that. I don't know what it takes to get from here to there, but yeah, no, that would be great. I'll appreciate it. It'll be fun. It'll be really fun. Open up something from the Australia, from one of our favorite guys out in Australia. That would be awesome, dude. We'll do it. Definitely. I thank you so much for it. I really appreciate that. You think you only burnt up the motor on the kraton. Son of a bitch. Now I think he burnt the whole damn thing up. I don't get how come if the pinion gear comes off, why does the car... Oh, you probably can't hit the brakes. So if you hit the brakes, it's just going to freewheel. So it continued, goes underneath the car. Lipo gets crushed. You short out those horrible solder joints. And then it just burned up into flames. So it burned out the ESC and motor at the same time. But we caught on fire was the ESC on off switch. RC did jam up a car. No damage. Well, dude, the story's not as good that way. The story is just not as good that way. You know that. Man, that's funny. Funny, but not as good. Gosh. So now this guy, the brake was the very first thing I took off of this damn bike. When I got two bikes, from the very beginning, I had two bikes basically. I got them almost at the exact same time. Started driving that one, and I said, I'm using this for spare parts only because everybody remembers you couldn't find spare parts or you couldn't find anything for these back then. It was tough. And the first thing I did was I pulled the stock brake, this little, I guess you'd call it a servo horn if it was on the brake. It was on a servo, but it's like a lever. The plastic one broke. So I pulled the stock plastic one off of this, put it on my other. And the cable, for whatever reason, had come unshredded. Like the bottom half had unraveled, which was ridiculous. It was done that way from the factory, so I had to put a new cable on. So this is the first time this bike has actually been whole since almost day one. Only minus the one wheel. What do you guys call those? What are they even called? These side. They could be called crash bars, or they could be called side rollers, or I don't know what the hell they're even supposed to be called. Man. So see, these old flapping lips been shoveling snow half the damn day. He's up past midnight, probably drinking a beer, probably having a beer and a smoke, enjoying himself. Some call them training wheels. Yeah, well, I don't know. But yeah, getting up, shoveling snow, that stuff will keep you young. Keep up the good work, bud. Keep up the good work. Thank you for tuning in. And it's always a pleasure to have you, Tim. Hopefully we will see you next week. I'm not sure about Tuesday's show next week. I haven't decided. But still planning on doing the Fridays for sure. This one here can definitely, since I don't plan to drive it anytime, I'm definitely going to do these bars up better. But again, the hoodlum hood's coming off. Coffee and Carolyn's ice cream, Irish cream. Well, that's not bad. It's a bit late. Maybe that's how you stay up so late, it's the coffee. These are really, these hoodies, I think they came in 2 sizes, a 1/3 and 1/4 scale. I bought both sizes. Pretty sure I like the 1/3, the larger size, better. They're easier to get on and off. Mr. Lasky. Thank you, Brian from Ohio, working on an RC10T. Awesome. From 92. You love the Promoto. You got 2, and you like the live. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, man. I appreciate you tuning in. So from Ohio. I spent some time in Ohio. I used to have to go out there for work. So I was in both Dayton and Columbus, and I forget where else. All right, guys, we're going for the black FXR gear. I think the contrast with the yellow bike looks sharp, so that's what we're doing. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Mr. Lasky. I don't have any T2s in here. A 10T. I don't have any RC10 trucks in here. We have some RC10 buggies, some older versions. I also just got the RC10 crystal clear version. It's still in the box behind me. I haven't opened that up yet. Very cool, man. Yeah, these RC10s, I mean, not the RC10s, the Promotos have been, like I said, we were talking earlier. Most people, I feel like them. But there's some people that just they don't jive with it. And that's okay. They're not for everybody. You got to remember, though, don't expect it to drive like a basher, a buggy, a truggy. Don't expect it to drive like anything else you've ever had, because it doesn't. Here we go again when I show everyone how blind I am. Look at that. I was able to do it straight off. No problem there. Yep, you're right about that. The 4-wheel is easier to drive. Less walks a shame. But I just call it getting exercise. So, Mr. Lasky, you are Brian from Ohio. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, bud. It's good to have you. We have said we usually do this show. I'm not sure if it's your first time tuning in. We usually do this show Fridays. We occasionally do it Tuesdays and sometimes once in a while on other days of the week. So I make sure if you like what you see, hit the notification. That way, when I set up a new live stream, if it's not planned ahead of time, you'll have time to know about it. We'd love to have you come back and join us. I usually have guests in. Get my buddies in here. But it's not been happening. I'd really like to get Chelios back in. Chelios, it seems like he was on about 20 shows. And then he's not been able to do it for a long time. So hopefully we'll get him back in here. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to practicing, actually. I want to see what I can get as far as some decent video, some slow-mo footage, and try to see if I can figure them out well. I feel like I drive them fine and all, but I want to actually dig into them, maybe do some suspension tuning. I'm excited about what Tim, also known as These Old Flapping Lips, is doing. It sounds like Tim has got some big plans going on, and I'm excited about his new servo because I think that's going to increase the braking, and I want to see how that works out. So yeah, I'm very happy. So you guests are a bonus. We love having the guests in here, man. Makes it a lot more fun for me, truthfully. In the garage, often we'll have guys come by during the day, fixing stuff. I hang out down here a lot and clean up my dirt bikes and motorcycles. I have a ZX-10 Ninja I took for a short ride earlier. It was yesterday. I never get to drive that thing anymore. But thank you so much, man. That's really, really, really kind of you to say. But yeah, the guests are always a bonus. I love when they come on. And you are going to build your front yard track. Dude, that's too much. That is too freaking much. Jealous. I'm jealous. So anyway, I may be taking the show on the road. Maybe we'll do a traveling live stream show. Gonna be for a while yet. So what do we have here? These tires are not glued on. Yeah, that's awesome. Have a front yard track. They're the stock wheels. I painted them gold. It's got the whole shot top knot. So right now they're just on there for display. We do have this pretty trick looking gold sprocket. I like the way that looks. I do like the way the swing arm looks, but it's the Losi swing arm. Had I known Scorched RC was coming out with theirs, I'd have been on that one instead. Just have to navigate around a few trees. Yeah, that's the most fun, because maybe make a jump coming up off of one of the trees. It does. This bike also has the carbon fiber chassis plate, which is to me, it's such a cool thing. But honestly, guys, you can't see thing. They don't know that you went through the trouble to disassemble it and put new chassis plates in it, because it's totally friggin' hidden. Kind of a bummer. I don't think it makes it any better that way. The stock plates right here. You would think since I have stock plates, I would also find the rest of the stock parts for it, but it's a no-go. All right, what else we got going on here? Brake cable back on. I do need to find another training wheel. Once I figure out where that is, this will be complete again. And jump over the track coming around it. Massive oak, 5-foot diameter. Then I jump over the track coming around it, in front of the tree. So it's easy to see. Yeah, that makes sense. Trees are not up the tree and do a backflip. Let's see what we have. Not time to switch the calendar. Nope, next week, guys. Wait, it's not the right calendar. What month are we on? March. Ah, I have the wrong day up. I don't have the wrong calendar out. That's who it is. Well, I kind of blew the reveal for next month. We're right here, Friday. Next Friday is the 29th. I'll be back the 29th. Might be back Tuesday, the 26th. Not sure yet. On the suspension or linkage. I don't remember. Finding this makes me think maybe I did break one before. I could be wrong. Maybe I did it first. All right, dudes. Well, it's about 9. I do appreciate you guys hanging with us. It is a pleasure. If you ever have questions or comments, you can always leave them after the fact. I will try to respond to everybody. Let's see if there's anything else interesting in here before we call it a day or a night. Really trying to keep all this stuff fairly organized. So I had it pretty clean before. Looks like what I do is just swap back and forth. As soon as I take the old plastic off, I just stick it in the bag because I know it'll be going back on at some point. Most likely anyway. Those wheels, nope, they're not going on right now. Old gear. Adrenaline, that's what I'm doing tomorrow. Got plans in the morning till about 1 o'clock probably. Then I don't know what I'm doing. Got B325. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm not sure if I've ever heard or seen you in chat. I think this might be your first time. So if it is, welcome. I really appreciate it. And you say you like the yellow. You have a green bike and it's going to turn, the goal is to turn it into an RM replica. Hell yeah, dude. All right. I think they look great. Any of the colors actually look good, but as you guys can see, I am an RM fan. So, very cool. Yeah, thank you for the compliment. Thank you for the comment. Yeah, anytime you guys chat, we love it. So keep those chats going. Where are you from, B325? If you want to let us, you can, if you want to tune in and say where you're from. We got Khabib 29-0. He's from Australia. Adrenaline RC Addict. He's from Los Angeles. These old flapping lips is from Michigan. I'm from the Los Angeles area, and yeah, sometimes we get people from all over the globe tune in. Very cool. I love having people tune in and say hi. So I'm not sure if this is your first time on the show. If it is, we really appreciate it. Hope that you like it. You end up subscribing. I usually have guests on the show, but wasn't able to get one today. Hope you guys don't mind if I have a smoke real quick. I'm gonna switch chairs. This chair's squeaky. Guys, I just realized I never actually put, oh, you're friends with Pirate. Awesome. I think I do remember that now. That's awesome. Friends with the Pirate. Wonder what the Pirate's doing tonight. Have you seen the Pirate? I think yesterday he was telling me he was going to San Diego RC's indoor track. But I have not. Maybe that was today. I think I talked to him yesterday. Man. Haven't seen the Pirate. Yeah. I think I talked to him. I don't remember if it was earlier today or yesterday. He was not going to be in town up here, so he's in San Diego, I'm pretty sure, unless he had something else going on. Any projects? Hate to just make the show drag on without nothing to do. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Oh, you're talking about doing that RM replica. Let me show you this thing. So this was in 2006, I think they made this, or 2007, whenever he retired. Ricky Carmichael, it's kind of a farewell to the greatest of all time type of thing. And it shows his Supercross. You know, your back injury is keeping you away from racing RC. That sucks. Hope you can get healed up from that. That sucks. Let me see if I can put a little light on this. See if that helps or not. So I got this. Yeah, whenever I was working at the motorcycle dealership, we sold a few of these. I grabbed one of them. I've never opened it. It's a little dirty. I could probably do a little bit better job of keeping it clean, but it has a 12 scale die cast of an RMZ. Then it says Suzuki Makita Team 2006 Ricky Carmichael number 4. Another in a 1/18 scale, and it's on a little plaque inside there. And then this freaking big rig, they're diesel. Suzuki, Makita Suzuki, Ricky Carmichael on the side of it. Yeah, I've never taken this out. It is still all strapped down in there. This is a Peterbilt model 387. On the back, it has his statistics from 97, winning the 125 championship up to 2006, and he would have won in 2007 had he kept going. He only raced half the races, and I think won them all in that year. But yeah, this thing is so cool. I really like this. Glad I got it. Wish I had two so I could play with one and keep one in the box. But this is cool. So let me see it. Back injuries keeping you. You're a Team Suzuki We're friends with the Webb family. Yeah. Yeah, I really like that thing. So, yeah, man, this is, I've only got to drive this around. I've only had this a few months. I've only got to drive it around in the back. I want to, actually want to go to Lake Elsinore. They have a Elsinore motocross track. They also plan, I think on November 8th, they plan to do the Elsinore GP, which is going to be on, part of it will be on the track and part of it will be around the track. It used to go through the city of Elsinore, and it doesn't do that anymore. At least they didn't last year, but I'd love to do that race. I've never raced a GP before, and this would be my first race in like 15 years probably. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I want to start going back to Elsinore at least. They do have a vet track, like an intermediate track, the regular track, and just start getting some time on a bike just riding. So Mike Webb, the off-road team manager, and then managed the factory team with Stewart. Yeah, that's awesome. I remember back then, who was it? I think trying to remember what team that was, the Stewart. But that was great, man. Yeah, on Any Sunday. The race was on Any Sunday. If you guys watch that old On Any Sunday movie, Elsinore Grand Prix, where they're racing through the city. But I want to try it. It looks like it would be a lot of fun. And what I remember seeing from last year's, there was sections where you would just go up through the moto track, and then there would be sections like through parking lots or through fields or whatever, probably a paved section. And one thing I noticed though is there's a section where there's a jump and you're jumping over like a big ass puddle of water. So if you don't jump out probably 20 feet or so, you're landing in the water. So I want to check that out. Yeah, that'll be fun. So friends with the Mike Webb, who is, man, that's awesome, dude. He was the off-road manager at Suzuki. Then he managed their, because Roger DeCoster, prior to Webb doing it, I think Roger DeCoster was still there at Suzuki. And he left, DeCoster left, and then Mike Webb, I believe, took over the team. And man, that's cool. I wish I knew somebody like that. That would be awesome. Yeah, you can pit for me for sure, dude. Let's do it. It'll be a fun thing. I have some friends who are pretty fast as well, so if I can get them to come out, they can do it. But there's that Elsinore race. So yeah, he did come after DeCoster did. Awesome. Well, that's hard shoes to follow, but very cool. That's very cool. Do you know is Webb's Suzuki's doesn't seem to have a whole lot of racing stuff going on right now. Is he still with Suzuki, or is he moving on past that? Or I'm not sure. I don't know what he's doing these days. Suzuki's factory efforts though they're not really factory. Two stroke, two toke. Oh yeah. Yeah, I wonder where the Pirate's been. Haven't seen the Pirate. I think I'm going to go ahead and have a shot, guys. Been here long enough. We're going to do a shot for B325, bringing up Team Suzuki management. That's awesome. Anytime we can get Moto Talk onto this channel, I'm all for it. Doing some work with the Navy SEAL. Oh, I know what he's doing. Man, I think, did he do, I'm not sure. There's a guy named David Pingree that does interviews. Steve Webb might have done an interview with him. If he's working with Rick Johnson in Navy SEALs, is that an off-road? I remember there was some guys that were used to be involved in moto that were doing something teaching to the military, some off-road moto or driving situations, but maybe that's what it was. How friggin' cool is that, dude? Cheers. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to Webb. Cheers to the Navy SEALs, Rick Johnson. Cheers to each and everybody in chat. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Jim Beam. Good stuff. Guys, I just bought a bunch of lottery tickets 5 minutes before the show. So I hope I can find them. I guess we'll close out the show by doing some lottery tickets. Of course, knowing me, and I did ride my bicycle down to get the lottery tickets, there's a pretty decent chance I put them in my back pocket and they never made it home. What do you think, Spike? Have you seen lottery tickets? My jacket? Think they're in my jacket? I don't think so. I don't think so, buddy. All right, so good question. And thank you for these questions, guys. He says, what kind of helmet do I got? I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do about my helmet situation. I was just wondering about that today. My helmet is currently up at the house, but it's older. It's like 10 years old now. And you really shouldn't keep a helmet that long. So I was looking. It's a One Industries helmet. Dude, I got to show you this helmet though. If you guys have seen, here, I'm going to show you something. So it's a One Industries David Bailey replica helmet is the one that I had been wearing, but then it's about 10 years old now. So I got to figure out something else to wear. And I have this one, which I've shown on the show before, but I don't think B was around to see it. And I want to show anybody that knows movies or like that movie On Any Sunday should get a kick out of this. So yeah, I have a One Industries helmet and I have some older, there's some older helmets up there. This is a Troy Lee design. And this one has never been worn. This one I've had for 10 years. This is my Steve McQueen Troy Lee design helmet, which I hope that B is still out there. So I think he might get a kick out of this. I think you other guys may have seen this before. It comes with its own pretty sweet carrying case. You have your paperwork, your limited edition, etc. stuff in here. And it came with one extra visor in case you break the visor. And Troy Lee, in conjunction with, I guess, Steve McQueen's the family or whatever, did this. And Steve McQueen was an actor and a racer. McQueen on the back has a scene from what looks like The Great Escape, a movie. Face on the side. He was in the movie On Any Sunday. What bums me out so badly is there was another helmet. I think it was made at the same time by Troy Lee, and it was Malcolm Smith. It was a Malcolm Smith helmet, and he was riding. I think it had drawings just like, you know, similar like this. And I bought one of those at the shop I was working at, and then like I only put like $100 deposit on it. They ordered it, and the time I quit or whatever left, I never got that helmet. Very disappointed. So this one is still, it's got the tags on it. I've had this one for a while, but I won't be using this one. So right now I'm probably just going to be going online and finding another helmet, and even goggles, which is funny. I have several sets of goggles that are brand new still. I could show you, but they're about 10 years old, and now they've got the foam plastic, or the foam is like wearing out inside of them, and it's a bummer. They're really cool. My buddy used to work for well, I can't even remember what the goggle company is right now. They were cool goggles though. But I think I'm gonna have to get new goggles and helmet here shortly. Not sure what I'm gonna use. Probably whatever's on sale that looks pretty good. But yeah, this is really, I wish I had somewhere to display it. Paperwork and pads and such. I guess I'd sell it if anyone's interested in buying it. I got this back in 2011, guys. Sorry, I missed chat there. You had the Fox one back in the day. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think Troy Lee makes some good stuff right now. Oh, man. Well, thank you for telling us this, Mr. Lasky. I think it was Byron, right? Let me look back. So, because I want to make sure I'm calling you by your right name. Brian. So you say LT250R from 86 to 96. And that's cool. That's what I actually liked first. Well, I liked dirt bikes first, but I had a 2000, no, not 2000. I had an LT250R, the quad racer. They made them from 85 to 92. And I had a 91 or 92. I forget. It was the years they had some funky looking graphics on them. I had one of those, and I raced that for a few years. And then I got I was working in a bike dealership then. So whenever people would trade in like a 250R or a Quadzilla or something, I would pick them up. At one point, I had a Quadzilla, the 500 quad racer, the 250 quad racer, a 250R, and like a CR 250. I had some old Ducati three-wheelers, but they never ran. I never owned a Ducati, never owned a Banshee, though I hope to get a Banshee soon. But yeah, quad racing was freaking awesome. I used to do it. I could not. I was decent for like local racing, but I was no pro or anything like that. The thing that got me onto dirt bikes was probably they're more forgiving. The jumps it soaks up jumps better. If anyone knows, when you jump an ATV, obviously they're much wider. So there's two tracks, and you can get like your wheels. When we would race, we raced on the same track as the dirt bikes would go. So let's say there was 7 or 10 motos of dirt bikes, and they would all create a rut. well, a four-wheeler can't take a rut because there's two tracks. So a lot of times you go off a jump and I feel like I get sucked in a rut on one side and kind of get kicked sideways. Making landings pretty tough. But yeah, I love I wish I had some ATVs right now. I had a 250R three-wheeler as well. I just don't have none of that cool stuff I used to have. I wish I did. Brian, Mr. Lasky, are you lucky enough that you still have any of those things with you out in Ohio or no? Guys, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a night. It's been a fun show. I do appreciate it. So I'm going to start wrapping it up. I will leave it running. If anybody has anything that they want to say or chime in, and if it just keeps going, that's great. If not, we'll just call it an evening here pretty soon. I would love if you guys aren't subscribed. Yeah, 86 LT and 87. Yeah. Man, that was so... That's cool. Let's, I wonder if I can get a... See, even my pictures, I don't have many pictures back then. Because the pictures were all regular pictures. So I don't have any images or videos like I used to, or like I have now. I wish I had more pictures of my old quads. That'd have been really cool. But thanks, guys. Thank you. Really appreciate Brian, Mr. Lasky, for joining in. Hopefully come on back, man. We're doing this every week and sometimes on Tuesdays. Hit the notification. Dan, thank you very much, all the way from Australia. I'm looking forward. If we get these graphics, I'll wait till we crack them open here on live. We will do a show on them and do an install. I really appreciate it. These old flapping lips, thanks a lot for tuning in. B325, thank you coming back. I think you were here a week or two ago when Pirate was on. I appreciate it. And anyone else I might have forgot. I know Stanley was on earlier. Adrenaline, also known as Enrique. He was whooped. He can't show up, but that's okay. Trinidad coming in from Texas. So, yeah, guys, great to have you in. If you could remember to... when you go out of here, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment if you watch the show during the week. I'll always get back to you. And I'm looking forward to making some good Promoto content. Watching some stuff recently. It's got me psyched to go out there and do some stuff. So let's see how that goes. Thanks a lot, guys. Remember, unplug them LiPo batteries. People leave them plugged in all the time. That's my rant. People leave batteries plugged in, and when they go dead, they complain. Just unplug your batteries, guys. But have a great evening. Check Insta. Oh, RC Kid. What's up, buddy? It's a little bit late, RC Kid, if you're just tuning in. But glad to have you here. And yeah, I will go check the Insta. And RC Kid, I think... you were on last week. I remember you last week, but I can't remember. I don't remember if I got your name. Sorry. Got to do better notes and maybe a few less shots. But yeah, we're tuning out now, guys, and I'll go check the Insta here in a second. Later, dudes.